ever wondered how to package this to this? Well, this is the video for you.
Hello people, and welcome back to another video. This is a video I've been asked for many times, and that is how to package a large item for eBay. Talking about large, so wheelchairs, walkers, even bikes. How do I package them? What do I use? Who do I ship them with? Well, this video is for you because I'm going to tell you how to do it all. I'm actually going to show you how to package it, and then you can do it yourself and make a lot more money on eBay and go and get them big items which all the people seem to just walk past every time, and yeah, make yourself some more money. So let's get into the video and let's show you what I do. So what you need is these four things. You don't need anything else other than these. Obviously the main part of this is cardboard. Where I get cardboard from is any retailer. Doesn't matter where it is. I suggest if you are doing wheelchairs, stuff like walkers, which are quite heavy things, even bikes, I would go to somewhere that maybe sells them things, like mobility places where they have got spare boxes. Or where I go is Alfred's and Decathlon, because they do very, very good cardboard boxes. This is called double plied. As you can see, there's two actual layers. It just makes it more protective. It's more cushion, so you don't really even need to bubble wrap it. I don't bubble wrap walkers or nothing like that. Next is a tape measure, obviously to measure up the actual box, so you're not going over the measurements, because if you do, it'll cost you even more money. Another thing is a standing knife, because these boxes are tough, but I also use scissors as well, just in case I want to trim off a little bit and it's a bit easier. And then finally, good hard tape. People have messaged me loads of times saying, how do you package a wheelchair? It's so hard and bulky and it's so big. How do you do it? And it's very, very simple. It's like packing anything, but it's just bigger. But the main things about it is how to work out how to pack it easily than more complicated. And it's very, very simple. What you want to do is, first of all, you want to break down the box to a flat piece of cardboard. So obviously this is a bike box, and it's quite big as it is already. As you can see, it is huge. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to break down the actual cardboard into one piece of cardboard. Then you got to make sure the wheelchair is in the most compact position as possible. So for this was a wheelchair that actually folds in and compacts that way. So there's nothing I can do about that width. That is the width of it. But these do go down. So I've got to make sure that both of these go down. So they are now symmetrical with the wheels. And also another thing that can get you is these. Make sure these are both inwards. So you want them both inwards. So now that's nice and symmetrical. So that is the tightest position this wheelchair can actually be in. And then just basically put it on the floor. Now you've got the wheelchair like this. All you need to do is, if you've got an actual big piece of cardboard like I have, it's the best cardboard, because obviously this is a bike cardboard from a Carrera, so it's bigger in a wheelchair. So now what I want to do is I do this. I basically, where the seam is, so there was a seam there, so I actually it can help me out here. And now I know that is as tight as possible to where it is. It is a bit fiddly. I'm not saying it's not fiddly, but you're just trying to get the rough estimate. It will roll around, especially with these wheelchairs. They're a pain, right? But you want to get the measurements so they are sort of right. So now I know it's about there. That's all right. Push all the way down. Just make sure you don't cut the carpet like I think I've just done. Ow. And then take off the excess. So now what you'll have left is basically a bit of overlay. So this can actually be folded. These flaps can go. These flaps here, which is the bottom of the cardboard, will be used to be the bottom of the floor. So I need to sort of measure it. I know that is pretty much spot on. So what I tend to do, if it's a bit over, I can either chop it off or I score it. So then I can bend it like that. So what happens is I can fold it in, not enough, so I will, it's all about estimating. But you want to make sure it is as close as possible to the wheelchair. Every millimetre, centimetre is vital when packing something big like this, and then just fold it underneath, like so. There's a little bit of that, so a little bit more, just a tiny little bit more. And it's not about making it look pretty. I know some people want to make their parcels pretty for customers and stuff like that, but you haven't got a nice little perfect square little box. You've got a big lumpy piece of metal that needs to be put in a big huge box, and unless you've got the wheelchair box what it came with, you're never ever gonna get it nice. So that is pretty much secure. There's a bit over, but that doesn't matter. Now the tricky bit, and this is, I've now got to fasten this up. So what I will do is I will lift it up, and now it's on the back. I can fold it in, so it is now secure. This bit of overlap is where I'm going to tack it now. So this is where you need your really good tape, because if you've got rubbish tape, it won't stick. So what I do is I will lift the bottom bit up and then tack it up. It's only just to hold it in place, the mean being, and just do it all the way along. Remember, it doesn't matter what it looks like, because time is money. If you can make this look really pretty, you can have a symmetrical, perfect dimensions each side, but just think how long that will take you. And if you want to spend 2 hours making a box, fair enough. Maximum, I would say, making one of these boxes about what I'm doing on this video. So this is edited, so you're thinking about half an hour to do one of these. These are the most trickiest ones, so I'm doing a video for the most trickiest actual item. Walkers are very easy, and their smaller wheelchairs are as well. So now, as you can see, I'm at the bottom. I've turned the box around, and these are the wheels. They're poking out of the cardboard. So what we want to do is we want to push that back in, like so. As you can see, it's hard to push in because I've done a good job so far, I say. So they go in, and then flap one down, like so. Like you actually do any other, like wrapping, parcel, whatever. And then again, hold your leg up against it so it don't fall down, and tack it. At the moment, it's all about tacking, because the first secure part of the actual box will be the top, and then you can actually flip it upside down and do the sides. And one tip I would suggest, if you're thinking about doing wheelchairs and selling them on eBay and everything, always put collection on as well, because you won't have to do this. A lot of people do not want to pay £30–40 to actually, you know, pay for shipping. It should be sturdy enough to lift it up on its front. As you can see now, that is pretty much what the shape of the box will be like. Wheels are at the bottom, and if we go inside the box, there is where the handles are all folded in, and it's as tight as possible. A little bit of leeway there, but you know what, it's not going to move because you saw me struggling to push it in. And the same here, there's not much weight, you know, you're not going to get it smack on, but it's good enough. But what I want to do now is I want to do the same what I did at the bottom, but I'm going to proper fasten it all up at the top. I've sort of tacked it around, and now what I will do is I will basically go from there all the way down like this until it's covered, and then what I do is I go around the whole box, and this makes sure that this won't come up and it'll be secure, and then I'll do the same with the bottom and the side, and then it'll be done. Here we have the finished article. As you can see, plenty of tape. Tape is your key in this. You need to have it as secure as possible because you do not want it falling apart in transit, you know, and the wheelchair flying out and getting damaged. So plenty of tape. All the areas, there is no budging, literally, yeah, no, fully sturdy. And yeah, that's it. So that is how to package a large item if you're selling on eBay. It's not as hard as you think. A lot of people I see do not want to package or even buy these sort of things because they can't be bothered with doing this. It's not as hard as it is. The first couple of times, yes, you know, when, like in everything, are tricky, but you get the knack of it. If you sell enough of them, they're getting easier and easier. But what you need to do now is obviously you need to measure it up and make sure it's in the diameters of the actual company. Every company is different. I'm not going to suggest which company to go with. I use Parcels, so what you should do before you start is make sure you go to Parcels and check out their dimensions on packaging. So usually the packaging is the length by the width by the height, and then it's obviously combined like most packaging, and make sure it's in that measurements. It's in within their measurements, then you're all good to go. But also, I use Parcels and I actually get them cheaper. If you live near a Parcels, you actually save money if you actually drop it off yourself. So just bear in mind, if you do live near one, you will save a bit of money by taking it in yourself, because it does cost more if you have somebody to pick it up. So I suggest going to it. If it's on the way to work or it's on the way to one of your rounds when you're doing some picking, just drop it off. It's so simple, and you know then you don't have to wait all day in the house because they can come at any time. And yeah, that is it. So there you go. That's how to package a large item for eBay. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, obviously please give me a like, and if you are new to this channel, subscribe, and I will see you with another video. If you have got any suggestions of videos you want me to do, I'm not just going to show you all picking and going around car boots. If there's something that you need help with, then just comment down below, and if it's a good one, I will do it. So thank you for watching again, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.